This is the assembly of a Vivi electric bike. It's a beach cruiser step through style. And I've got everything unboxed, and I've got the portion of the box that doesn't have any staples on the ground to protect the tile. And all the parts are all laid out here. So we're gonna get going. I believe the first tool we're gonna need is either this one or this one. And what we're gonna be doing is installing the handlebar and neck assembly onto the bike. It has this little cover piece, so you got to take that off to protect it. And then it just goes right in there like that. So I'll just get that in there all the way down. Line it up, have the sticker facing back. That sticker, and we're going to line it up with the forks. And then just tighten it down into that little Allen right there. So let's see which one goes in that. There we go. So let's just tighten that down. I'm just going to make it snug right now. I'll tighten everything tight later. Got to move this light over to where it's facing forward. So looks like to do that, gotta unscrew it and move it to where it belongs. So there we go. All right. Looks like this is the Allen wrench, and I'm going to switch to this way. So you just have to make sure you get the brake assembly in line with the brake. And so we're gonna just lift it up. Oh, actually first, gotta take off this little bolt that's been protecting the forks. So we'll get that off. Yeah, gotta get that little washer out. And make sure we got the same thing go over here. Oop, little washers. Here we go. Still being looks like we need to go out a little further. Get it out of the way. There we go. You can see it just goes right there in the hole. Let's make sure we got this one. Yeah, appears we do. Gotta get it up into the hole. There we go. All right, get it tightened down, and then we'll move on to the next step. So my bike came with two fenders installed. Not really sure why, but if yours does as well, then you need to choose which fender you want to keep. In my case, I removed this fender here, the shorter fender, and I left the longer fender installed, and then mounted the rack to these two holes here using the bolts and nuts provided. So you can see that installation there. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is install the rack with the tail light, and it's going to go on this piece here and on this piece up here. So we've got these screws down here. We'll go ahead and get the washers on them and get them ready to go on. And then remove these little guys here. Right here. So we'll take this little screw off. Keep the washer on it. And take the one on the other side off as well, this one that goes to the fender. Same spot on the other side. Okay. Alrighty. And then we'll put this guy on right there over the top and screw it through both of those into the hole like that. I don't know if you could see that. There we go. Hopefully you can see that. Take the other one and do the same thing on the other side. So this goes on the inside. That goes on the outside like that. Don't know if you can see that, but hopefully. And then screw it in. So we're going to keep these just finger tight for now while we look at the situation up on this front side. Get these all tightened down. Gonna make sure we hold this rod so that we keep this fender out away from the tire, and then tighten up that one and do the same thing over here where we hold up, make sure we can keep this off the tire and tighten that right there. All right, I'm going to tighten these up, and then we'll go ahead and get this light plugged in over here, following that up. So right there. It'll be hard to find that spot, and then we're going to zip tie that to there when we're done. We're going to zip tie this cable. Just kind of make sure you can get it flowing nicely down this bar, and we'll zip tie that to the bar there. So go ahead and get all those zip ties on, not tightened down first, and then we'll get it situated and tighten it down second. So got them on. Now we'll want to make sure we got things going nice and straight. Go ahead and tighten down all the zip ties. And then we'll cut those tails off here a little later. We're going to do the pedals next, and you'll notice that one's labeled left. So as you're looking down the bike, facing forward, the one on the left goes on the left, and it should thread on there counterclockwise, which it's doing. So we'll get that one started, and then we'll do the same thing over here on the right for the one that's labeled right, and then tighten those up. The last thing to do is to install the seat on the seat post, and then the post into the bike using the quick release. Right there. So the seat was a bit tricky because it's made to tilt up using this lever here. And the reason being so that you can remove the battery. So the seat does install like a normal bike seat. You can see that these were loosened up and the clamps clamp on the bar in a normal fashion. So, and then the seat just comes down and clicks into place. So this is the completed bike. You can see I've added a few features at this point. A bag on the back and a cell phone holder. Been riding the bike. It's a great bike. Would highly recommend it.